What is up, everybody? First of all, I'm very sorry for not posting in a very long time, but hey, now I'm back. Today we are starting a new series about the forgotten players of Major League Baseball. I hope to shed some light on their careers and their stats. Today we are starting off with Pirates Hall of Fame pitcher Steve Blass. He was one of the best until he got a disease that nobody could cure. Stephen Robert Blass was born in Canton, Connecticut on April 18, 1942. His father, Bob, was a former pitcher in Canton himself. Blass lived in a house that included a barn. He would play many one-man games with a tennis ball off the barn's angled roof. Blass was a huge fan of the former baseball team, the Cleveland Indians, saying that his hero was Herb Score, a lefty pitcher who was a career two-time All-Star and 1955 AL Rookie of the Year award winner. Blass was an incredible athlete, so it was natural that he was selected to the All-State Class B basketball team. In his junior year at Houstonic Regional High School, he hurled 2 no-hitters, and then he hurled 3 more in his senior year. Also, on his high school team, he met his future brother-in-law and teammate John Lamb. Blass would eventually marry John's sister, Karen, in the fall of 1963. During that winter, new couples flew down to the Dominican Republic. Blass would play for the Cibañez Eagles, where he worked on his slider. Eventually, when Blass got out of high school in 1960, he was signed by Pirates scout Bob Whalen. The Cleveland Indians had offered him a $2,500 bonus, but he would have to wait until next year's spring training. But Blass sided with the Pirates because of the $4,000 they were offering him and the fact that he would be immediately put in the minor leagues. Blass's best minor league season was in 1962 with the Kingston Eagles, making the All-Star team that year, finishing with a 7-17 and 3 record, a 1.97 ERA, and 209 strikeouts. In 1964, Blass was invited for spring training, but was sent to the Pirates' AAA counterpart in Columbus, Ohio. 3 weeks later, he was called up to the parent club. Steve Blass would make his career debut as a Pirate on May 10, 1964, against the Milwaukee Braves, pitching 5 innings in a relief spot, allowing 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks with no errors. Blass would finish the 1964 season with a 5-8 record, a 4.04 ERA, and 67 strikeouts in 104.2 innings pitched. In 1965, he played the entire year back in Columbus in the International League. Blass would return in 1966 and would do much better, finishing with a 3.87 ERA with an 11-7 record with 76 Ks and 155.2 innings pitched. The 1967 season would finish with an 11-7 record for Blass with an ERA of 3.55 and 72 Ks in 126.2 innings pitched. In 1968, Blass had an incredible season with the Pirates, finishing with a record of 18-6 with a 2.12 ERA and 132 strikeouts and 220.1 innings pitched. He led the NL in win-to-loss percentage. Blass finished 22nd, tied for NL MVP. He was tied with 3-time NL All-Star catcher Tom Haler. So far, Blass had an above-average career. I will now list his career stats so far. He had a 3.20 ERA with 40 wins and 29 losses, with 347 strikeouts and 607.1 innings pitched. He also had a 2.8 WAR. Everybody sometimes doesn't perform as good as other seasons, and with that being said, in 1969, Blass had a down year, finishing with a 16-10 record, which is good, but his ERA of 4.46 wasn't really the standard quota for Blass. Blass was climbing back to the standard in 1970, finishing with a 10-12 record with a 3.52 ERA with 120 Ks in 196.2 innings pitched. In 1971, Blass was incredible, finishing with a 15-8 record with a 2.85 ERA and 136 strikeouts in 240 innings pitched. Blass led the NL with 5 shutouts. This year, the Pirates Hall of Fame manager Danny Murdoff helped lead the Pirates to a record of 97-65, finishing first in the NL East. They would face the Giants in the NL Championship Series. Blass would start Game 1 and lose, but in Game 4, Blass helped the Pirates win and go to the World Series, pitching 2 innings in that game. The Pirates would face the AL Championship team, the Baltimore Orioles, which was led by such sluggers as the Robinson twins, Frank and Brooks, and Boog Powell, the power-hitting first baseman. They also had an incredible utility pitcher, Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. The Pirates would lose Game 1 3-5 and Game 2 3-11. Blass, winning, would start Game 3 and help the Pirates win 5-1. He also pitched a complete game with 3 hits and 8 Ks. The Pirates would win Game 4 4-3 and also winning Game 5 4-0. Going into Game 6, the Orioles had won 2 games and the Pirates had won 3. If the Pirates win, they become championships. That wasn't meant to be. The Pirates lost Game 6 2-3 and therefore was forced to play a Game 7. And who else to start but Steve Blass? He took the mound in Game 7. Steve Blass would pitch a complete game, allowing 1 run, 4 hits, but also having 5 strikeouts, winning the Pirates the World Series. Steve famously jumped onto first baseman Bob Robertson. In 1972, Blass was incredible. He finished with a 19-8 record with a 2.49 ERA with 117 Ks in 249.2 innings pitched. He was selected an All-Star for the NL and pitched an inning in the All-Star game. He finished second in NL Cy Young voting that year to Hall of Famer Steve Carlton and finishing 18th in NL MVP voting. Sadly, in the 1972 offseason, good friend of Steve Blass, Roberto Clemente, died in a plane crash while trying to help others due to a recent storm. The following 1973 season, Blass had his famed disease in which he couldn't pitch. He finished with a 9.85 ERA, and next season wasn't any better, with him pitching 1 game with a 9 ERA. Blass was forced to retire. The Steve Blass disease refers to a pitcher who has lost the ability to pitch. In 1983, Steve Blass joined the Pirates TV and radio broadcast as a full-color commentator. He retired in 2019 after 60 years with the organization. Blass would be inducted into the Pirates Hall of Fame on August 7th, 2022. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and hey, there's many more of these to come, and like always, wash your hands, stay safe, equals peace.